She was hated by everyone she knew. But when she woke up one morning, she was holding a secret that could save their entire world or, get her killed. Okay, so picture this. We open on a scene of just pure desperation. A young woman named Cassidy is in the middle of this horrifying transaction. She's literally bartering away her own niece to human traffickers for just 5 pieces of silver. The villagers are watching, totally disgusted, but nobody dares to step in. To them, she's just a cruel, heartless monster. Before we dive deeper into her story, if you enjoy tales like this, please follow the channel and share this explainer. It really genuinely helps this page grow. Okay, now let's get back to it and uncover the truth behind this awful moment. To really get this moment, you have to feel the world she's in. It's a land just choked by dust, where the sun bakes the earth until it cracks and all the crops just wither on the stalk. Starvation is this constant, gnawing presence. And in a place like that, well, morality becomes a luxury. The original Cassidy was a product of that cruelty. Selfish, spoiled, and infamous for being willing to sell out her own family just to survive. But just as the deal is about to be sealed, something impossible happens. Cassidy just freezes. Her eyes clear up, and this new consciousness takes over. The selfish girl is gone. In her place is a brilliant agronomist from the 21st century who just woke up in pretty much the worst situation imaginable, in the body of the most hated person in the entire village. Her first move, it shatters everyone's reality. She snatches her terrified niece, Sophie, right back from the trafficker's grip. The air just crackles with stunned silence. Her family, the ones who pushed her to sell the kid, they just stare, completely bewildered. The cruel, selfish Cassidy they all knew is gone, replaced in an instant by this sharp, protective stranger they don't recognize at all. So, with her niece safe, this new Cassidy looks at the withered fields and the starving faces, and the true scale of the nightmare just hits her. But then, so does this incredible realization. She hasn't just been dropped into some random historical period. As an agronomist, she has been dropped into the one place where her specific modern knowledge can literally change everything. So the problem they're facing is this slow motion disaster. They're trying to grow sweet potatoes, but the plants are just producing these sprawling, useless vines with almost no tubers, the actual food part underground. They're putting in all this work for basically zero reward, and the whole village is starving because of it. Cassidy diagnoses the problem in a single glance. She brings in 2 techniques that are completely revolutionary here, but totally basic to her. First, vine flipping, physically turning the vines over to stop them from rooting everywhere and force all the plant's energy down into the main tuber. Second, she teaches them how to make potash fertilizer from simple burnt wood and grass to give the roots the nutrients they're desperate for. The villagers are just watching her, whispering. They think she's completely lost her mind. But when they finally dig up that harvest, their mockery just turns to pure awe. The sweet potatoes are enormous. 3 times larger than anything they have ever seen. This isn't just enough to survive. It's a genuine surplus, a mountain of food born from what they all thought was just madness. It's the first real taste of hope this village has had in years. And she doesn't stop there, not even close. She applies her scientific mind everywhere. She designs these advanced snares to trap wild game, she identifies common weeds as valuable medicinal herbs like ephedra, and she even figures out a way to roast them that triples their value. She's not just a farmer, she's like an engine of innovation. But, in a world that's defined by scarcity, her success becomes a beacon. And it also paints a giant target right on her back. The hope she created also awakens forces that are just as deadly as the famine, jealousy and greed. So enemies start to circle. Her jealous rival Lucy starts conspiring with this manipulative ex-suitor named Simon, and they're both just dying to steal her methods and her credit. Her own uncle, seeing her success, tries to cheat her on prices, becoming this ruthless business competitor. And then, one evening, a handsome, well-spoken stranger collapses on her doorstep, claiming he's a fallen noble named Maxwell. Cassidy, who is now super practical and no-nonsense, takes him in after he eats an entire family meal. But she's not offering charity. Nope. She puts him to work as a farmhand to pay off his debt. And he's clumsy and totally useless in the fields, but he's also really observant and intelligent, and it creates this strange new dynamic in her household. just as her new life starts to find some kind of rhythm, the ultimate threat arrives. The systemic corruption that's letting this famine happen in the first place shows up on her doorstep in the form of the regional governor. Guided there by Simon and Lucy, the governor comes not to learn, but to confiscate. He wants her giant sweet potatoes, her unique seedlings, and all the credit that comes with them. His plan is to present her life's work as his own discovery to the emperor, securing his own fame and fortune. When Cassidy refuses, he doesn't even hesitate. His guard sees her family, holding them hostage. He is absolutely ready to use brute force to take everything she has built. In that moment, all her scientific knowledge, all her hard work, it all seems completely powerless against the cold steel of a corrupt state. I mean, really, what can a single woman, an outcast from a poor village, possibly do against a powerful official backed by armed guards? It looks completely and utterly hopeless. And then, a voice cuts right through the tension. It's Maxwell, the clumsy, useless farmhand. He steps forward, placing himself right between the governor's guards and Cassidy's family. The governor just laughs at him. A penniless beggar trying to play hero? His guards move in to arrest Maxwell, but before they can even touch him, Maxwell calmly produces this small, intricately carved token, and the governor freezes. Because that token signifies the highest authority in the land. Maxwell is no fallen noble. He is Prince Valoran, the emperor's own brother, traveling in disguise to investigate the famine and the very corruption that allows it to fester. In one stunning moment, the tables are completely, and I mean completely, turned. So with the corrupt governor and his cronies arrested, Cassidy's work is finally recognized for what it truly is, the salvation of a nation. The outcast from a forgotten village is no longer just some clever girl. She has become a national hero. Her journey is just breathtaking when you think about the scale of it. It all started with a single act of courage to save one little girl. Within a few months, her knowledge had resurrected an entire village from the brink of starvation. And within a year, with the prince's help, her methods spread like wildfire, a wave of green hope across a barren empire. And she doesn't just share her secrets, she builds a new future. She establishes academies to train others, she continues her research to develop even better crop hybrids, and eventually she's granted the highest possible honor, the official title of Imperial Lady Agrarian, making her equal to the top officials in the entire empire. In the end, her story is really about the incredible power of knowledge. A woman who was hated and misunderstood found her true purpose in the most impossible of circumstances, proving that the right idea at the right time can do more than just grow food. It can regrow hope for an entire civilization. If this story moved you or made you think differently, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and follow the channel for more stories like this.